Qi. Qi in human body is neither the atmospheric air surrounding the earth, nor the mere breathed in and out air. The breathed in and out air is to digest foods, purify one's blood, relax one's muscles, ease one's strong feelings, or reduce pressure or tension in one's heart and mind. This qi has air from the atmospheric air as a constituent, but the air only becomes qi when the breathed in and out air circulates in one's meridians or qi vessels, spreading all over the body. This qi body dwells within one's flesh body. This can be understood when taking the example of a plant. Its roots extracts fertilizers, water, and minerals, which are not yet the life of the plant until they are mixed and changed in terms of nature into vital fluid, the sap, which is the life of the plant. Exactly alike, qi in the real life of one's body. Qi is the real life of one's body. It includes several constituents: the qi from the atmospheric air, the qi of the 5 flavors, the qi from cereals, the qi originally inherited from one's parents during the stage of fetus, and the qi from one's own feelings. All of these types of qi mix up into the unique qi that circulates in qi vessels, meridians, and organs, and animates in the whole body. This unique qi includes yang qi and yin qi. The sacred and invisible power of yang qi and yin qi is called via, which resides in one's lungs and spreads throughout one's body in black fluid and red blood. Qi contains electric and light, and given the fact that qi animates in blood, blood also includes qi, electric, and light, but each of which animates by following its own circuit. These 2 kinds of yang qi and yin qi in one's body may become clean or unclean depending on one's way of living. It becomes clean when one's feelings do not fluctuate energetically with stress or violence, exerting great force that obstructs or impedes the motion of qi and its steady movement. Qi becomes clean gradually in one's sleep and in natural suspension of one's awareness, sensations, feelings, and thoughts while one's mind is still awake. Qi gets unclean when one's feelings fluctuate greatly because feelings are bioelectric waves that move in Qi's circuit. Its violent perturbations impede and shake the regular movement of Qi, resulting in the uncleanness and the impurity of Qi. When one's Qi becomes clean, one enjoys peace, ease, comfort, and freedom in all activities. That is to say, clean qi is the stable equilibrium of qi's movement in one's body, which has no perturbation and fluctuation in terms of thoughts and feelings. Feelings are the frequencies of bioelectric waves caused by one's heart and mind. They are notably such strong feelings as sadness, fear, worry, anxiety, rancor, anger, hatred, excessive excitement, terror, wrath. They create instability to the circulation of qi. Unclean qi is the instability of qi movement which is impeded by psychological perturbations of thoughts and feelings. However, the feelings of optimistic tendency, such as joys, pleasures, love, are peace and joy in line with the natural cosmic movement. Therefore, they cause no harm to clean qi. Humanistic love differs from conjugal love because the latter is a combination of various feelings. The clean yang qi and yin qi in one's blood stabilize one's body temperature at 37 Celsius degree. When the body's normal temperature is maintained, one's physical and mental health is good, even amidst sudden change in the weather or climate or disease attacks. In one's sleep, a normal person is free from physical and emotional disorder. Therefore, clean qi sets right in the proper function, because there are no psychological perturbations then. In one's daily activities, whoever that can manage his heart in peace and remain in this state, his body temperature is maintained in normal conditions, and his body does not suffer much from outer influence such as sickness or diseases caused by atmospheric depression. On the contrary, if in the state of half sleeping, half awakeness, or complete awakeness, but one's heart and mind are worried, then one's flesh body may well often be assailed by types of unclean qi of disease-causing agents, for example, coldness, heat, dryness, dampness, aridity. They seep through sweat glands, pores, and nostrils. Even worse, unclean qi powers may permeate into one's heart and mind through one's nervous system and brain. Footnotes. In disease-causing agents, there are many types of unclean qi mixed with superpowers, which are toxic agents of electric and light. They infiltrate into one's nervous system and cause madness or an emotional disorder, or enter one's brain and become the cause of craziness. Craziness is the disorder of mental function when one's tongue is too weak due to sudden panic or sudden overpowering fright. Therefore, unclean qi superpowers of electric and light can infiltrate one's brain. And a footnote. Atmospheric air. One of the most important constituents of qi is the atmospheric air, because it contains cosmic electric and cosmic light, which can be absorbed into man's body through his lungs, breathing, and through his skin pores. Breathing is to conduct air into man's viscera, organs, cells, and blood, where air is transmuted into bioelectric that circulates in vessels. Vessels transport air into man's nervous system and brain, increasing the powers of bioelectric in man with the cosmic electric in the air, and carrying cosmic light into man's brain and grease substance. These cosmic lights can be transmuted by man himself to turn his mind into super mind. Inhalation and exhalation are more important than eating and drinking, because the atmospheric air contains a greater quantity of light, the level of miraculousness, than in foods and drinks. Inhaled air belongs to yin qi. Exhaled air belongs to yang qi. Therefore, exhalation helps transmute yang qi into yin electric. The yang of a heavier substance is transmutable to the yin of a lighter one. Yang qi is transmutable into yin electric, and yang electric into yin light. Regarding the movement of death in man, his exhalation is also his last breath. Therefore, the life powers of the sacred substances in his body can be transmuted and sent back into the three cosmic worlds, respectively. Normally, when man breathes in, inhales, the air comes down along his yin electric vessel, and yin electric in the inhaled air circulates along his electric vessel. The yin electric partially transmutes into clean qi, which distributes and spreads in the vessels to his organs and viscera. Then, when man breathes out, exhales, The electric comes up along the yang electric vessel and changes in nature into yang electric, which is provided for his nervous system and brain. One of the benefits of exhalation is to relax muscles and the nervous system, or to relieve oneself from heavy emotions and feelings. One's sighing can release one's sorrow, grief, sadness, distress, and tension by decreasing the unclean, toxic, and oppressed qi which is produced through mental sufferings. When one sighs, one feels easier and more relaxed than without sighing. Thus, those who sigh in the midst of distress and tension are less likely to commit suicide. Various types of qi spread all over the body, but they dwell in different parts according to their role. Circuits of qi. The blood, red blood and black fluid, exerts its powers through veins and arteries. Similarly, qi circulates in its circuits in blood and in meridians, but these meridians are invisible. In 24 hours, qi completes its cycle through organs and viscera, every 2 hours through each one. Following the invisible meridians which run through viscera and organs, the heart, the small intestines, the lungs, the large intestine, the liver, the gallbladder, the pancreas, the stomach, the kidneys, and the bladder. Footnotes. If a surgery on a certain organ or viscus is carried out at the same time of qi animation in that organ or viscus, the result will be better, because the surgery is transferring human electric into the organ or the viscus at the time of qi animation and thus supplies more energy to the patient. End of footnote. Along these invisible meridians, there are many charging points or vital points of qi's powers. Therein, they are stimulated by bioelectric excitement. Those points are called vital points, in which bioelectric concentrates and provokes the circulation of the powers of qi, depending on types of excitement, and, as a result, qi moves through. If the movement of qi is smooth, so is that of blood. If blood, qi, and electric all move regularly and steadily, one's flesh body is in a physically and mentally sound condition. Liquid and qi change into invisible powers, namely thân, hồn, and vía. Man's body is identical to the cosmos, having 4 sacred substances, each of which has yang and yin that transmute ascendantly and descendantly. In each of these substances, invisible powers and energies animate. Powers from yang or yin of the same substance or from 2 different ones, when being mixed together, form invisible energies. Liquid, blood, and qi in man's body, when joining in the animation of those substances, form the invisible powers called hồn, vía, and thân. When these invisible powers are formed properly in man's body, another body is created, that is, the qi body. Exactly similar to the flesh body, qi body's health status also varies between sound and bad conditions. The balance of the state of its powers is influenced by food, practice, and the surrounding natural and mental human environments. Stimulants such as yeasts, other fermented agents, intoxicating liquor, or strong smells of bulb and scents of some flowers reduce the powers of the qi body. Any kind of body, in this case flesh body and qi body, has its own powers and constituent substances that contain yang and yin. Hon is the yin power of Chi body. Vía is the yang power of Chi body. Thân is formed by the mixed powers of Hon and Vía. Thân is the strength that conducts one's Chi body. When Vía and Hon are strong, meaning that the yang and yin powers of Chi body are powerful, Chi body can move easily. Chi body is energetic and able to rise up from one's flesh body. If the Chi body is weak, it moves with difficulty either on the ground or on water surface or underwater. Thân, the strength of Chi body, can aggrandize Chi body through the command of one's supermind. When Thân is mighty, one's Chi body can drive away other Chi bodies and some super-living beings. If Thân is weak, one may suffer from sudden frights and fears. To newborns whose invisible powers of blood and Chi are not yet developed, and thus their Thân is weak, they easily get startled at loud, sudden noises. One physical sign that shows one's mental weakness is fast heartbeats. On the contrary, gentle and steady heartbeats are signs of a mighty Thân. If one has mighty Thân, one will have no disease in his flesh body nor mental sufferings, because mental sufferings are caused by great fluctuation of one's feelings, resulting in the disorder of the activeness of his internal organs. Mighty Thân will strengthen one's supervisible and invisible life's powers, whereas Thân is strengthened by Hon and Vía. In other words, Thân is strengthened by Chi and blood animating in good conditions. Everybody can perceive these conditions directly with his mind, with his supermind, through the activities of his Chi body in dreams. The dream is a realistic nature with a cleverness of supermind. The dream is a supernatural reality in which Chi body animates. Through the activities of one's Chi body in one's dreams, he can know the status of his superpower. If the Chi body moves easily in the dream activities, this means the blood and Chi of the flesh body are in good conditions. If Chi body moves with difficulty, and if one's heartbeats are rapid after waking up from the dream, this reveals the weakness of the invisible powers of Chi and blood in one's flesh body. The activities of one's Chi body in dreams are the telling signs of one's health conditions, one's states of Chi and blood, and even the strengths of Hon, Vía, and Thân in one's flesh body. The alteration of strength of Chi body in dreams reflects more accurately its status than the result from the test on patients' wrists does. Footnote: the test on patients' wrists. The examination of one's health condition through the 6 vital points on the wrists, which are related to the 12 organs and viscera. End of footnote. Doctors of Western conventional medicine can only know the weakness and diseases of organs and viscera, but cannot discover or observe the invisible powers of Hon, Vía, and Thân as precisely as the dreamer himself can. The dream, therefore, is not unuseful or illusory, but instead is a supernatural state which provides the information and experience of one's inner and invisible powers. Today's medicine is mainly symptomatic, where physicians rely on physical symptoms to identify diseases so as to cure or prevent them. There is not yet a new medical science that can identify the diseases caused by one's inner powers, or can invent the treatment of illnesses and disabilities through supervisible symptoms in one's dreams. Only Tao's medicine can comprehend this specific matter and perfectly know how to conduct and evolve the four sacred substances in the flesh body. Thus, the dream is not a superfluous function in man's activities, but instead an interesting state reflective of one's inner powers, the superpower, the mystic power, and the cosmic energy in one's living body. Another phenomenon in the activities of Qi body is somnambulation or sleepwalking. Superpower, the strength of Qi body, is actually active in the somnambulist, and the weight of his flesh body is dependent on his superpower in sleepwalking. Both his flesh body and Qi body move under the command of the supermind in his Qi body. If the somnambulist is woken up or returns to normal consciousness, his supermind and Qi body turn inactive. Therefore, he returns to normal with active normal mind and flesh body. Children with somnambulation are, in fact, evolved ones in terms of Qi body. Sleepwalking has nothing to do with impairment or disease at all. Thanks to the activeness of their Qi body in the supernatural world, they can sometimes foresee things. Thân is the united strength of Hồn and Vía, which are active when Qi and blood animate. The three invisible powers are related together and lodged in their viscera, liver, lungs, and heart. Therefore, each of the powers is active at the same time when its own respective viscus is active. The active time of Thôn is from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. The active time of Vía is from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. The active time of Thân is from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Thân conducts Qi body and reveals in the pupils of one's eyes. If one's pupils are bright and radiating, it means his Thân is mighty. If Thân is mighty, the person is alive. If Thân is diffused or scattered, the end of one's life will soon happen. When one's Qi body gradually detaches from his flesh body, the invisible powers of Qi and blood are separating from his Qi and blood. Once breaths gradually fade away, the heart loses its energy, and thus the heartbeats become weaker. When the invisible powers completely flow out, i.e., the Qi body completely detaches, the flesh body ceases to animate. It dies. In what conditions can one's Qi body, Thân, Hồn, and Vía get strong? That is when one is sleeping, or in a rapture, or when one's heart and mind are in a void state, when one's heart is in peace, when one is neither too full nor too hungry, when one is not intoxicated by alcohol or drugs. Electric. Bioelectric. It is called human electric in man's body. Since one is still a living embryo, it already exists, but is not yet developed into stream of energy. Human electric is identical to cosmic electric in terms of substance, character, and character's energy, because the former is also formed by the sacred substances in the cosmos. Human electric is increased gradually through two ways. 1. The ascendant transmutation of blood into Qi, and then from Qi into electric. And 2. The descendant transmutation of the light of the mind into electric when the light animates. The ascendant transmutation includes physiological and psychological aspects. In physiological aspects, it is related to the sacred substances. In man's body, liquid is blood. The redder it is, the more yang it contains. All of the yangs in genetical Qi, cereals Qi, 5 flavors Qi, emotions Qi, and in the atmospheric air constitute a unique yang qi, which transmutes into electric. In psychological aspects, liquid, blood, is the substance that is influenced by unpleasant phenomena of the flesh body, and these change into sensations. In their turn, sensations transmute into feelings, emotions, which are the frequencies of bioelectric in qi and blood. The mind contains yang light and yin light, which animate and produce thoughts, the invisible or supervisible mental images. As a result of this performance, a power is created, the basis of which is electric. So, human electric is formed and increased through the descendant and ascendant transmutations of the other sacred substances, namely liquid, blood, qi, and light, which are, psychologically speaking, sensations, feelings, and thoughts respectively. In man's body, human electric circulates in its own electric vessels in the brain and other parts of the nervous system. It also flows over the body in blood and qi, but all of these spreading energies can be drawn towards a unique center, the brain. Human electric animates in human body following the physiological functions and spreads out by the capabilities of normal senses and supersenses. Phenomena and images of the natural world are conducted to the heart and the mind and become memories. The supervisible mental images of thoughts are also collected. They are electronic signs of human electric through electric frequencies. These images are preserved in the heart, thumb, and the mind. Electric also latently animates in qi and in blood running all over the body. Therefore, feelings and sensations are also conducted by human electric into the heart, thumb, and the mind. In summary, sensations, feelings, and thoughts animating in the systems of liquid, qi, and light in which human electric activates all become electric signs caused by the frequencies of human electric and turn into memories of the heart and the mind. Not only are the signs of the natural world transmitted to the heart and mind, but so are also the supernatural signs of electric frequencies in the supernatural world, for instance, supernatural images in dreams and visions. Thanks to human electric, man can perceive images and phenomena of the two worlds. Human electric diffuses out of one's flesh body and animates on and around the earth, even out of the atmosphere. That means human electric can diffuse into the whole supernatural world of the cosmos. Its diffusion has no reflection and can obtain a very high speed that can pass through man-made electric radiation, X-rays, qi, liquid, soil, and metals. Human electric is identical to cosmic electric in terms of substance, character, and character's energy. It is contained in the heart, which is an invisible organ formed by the body and the mind, meaning by sensations and thoughts. The extent of the heart is extremely large. Physiologically, in body, the heart animates in the brain and the other parts of the nervous system and spreads out depending on the capabilities of one's senses, the highest, i.e., covering the longest distance of which is that of the eyes. That is why it suffices to say that where the heart and the mind can reach is where the capabilities of the senses can too. Wherever the eyesight can reach, the heart and the mind are there. In other words, one's knowledge, understanding, and feelings are there also. The heart and the mind also stretch out to the extent one's hearing can reach. It is alike with the other senses. In a dream, when the super senses activate and perceive the supernatural images, then the supermind also knows and understands, and the heart also throbs with transcendent emotions. In summary, human electric of the heart not only stretches out in the natural world, but also spreads into the supernatural world. With the capabilities of the heart, a small cosmic supernatural world within man, man can enter the supernatural world. This miraculous organ can intercommunicate with the supernatural world by the spreading of human electric, which is identical to the cosmic electric in terms of substance, character, and character energy. By nature, emotions or feelings are the frequencies of human electric in the heart. They scatter out of one's flesh body and are mixed with the supernatural phenomena around the earth. The mixture, in its turn, exerts influence onto winds, rain, water, sunshine, etc. All of these are caused through the descendant transmutation of electric into chi and liquid, meaning that human electric in man's feelings diffuses and joins the cosmic electric in the atmosphere around the earth. This mixed electric transmutes into chi and liquid, which engender the phenomena of chi and liquid in the earth's weather. The weather conditions in one place are largely affected by the emotions and feelings of people there. If the local community lives in joy and peace, there will be neither sudden weather changes nor extreme events in the atmosphere. Conversely, wherever intense feelings, wickedness, evilness, troubles, and mental and emotional imbalances are animating, there is a tendency for atmospheric changes, and local inhabitants are likely to encounter disasters or and sudden grave misfortune. The frequencies of human electric create memories. In the first place, they are the natural or supernatural images that have been conveyed by super senses and senses into the heart. The acquired memories of sensations, feelings, and thoughts are signs of human electric that are recorded and preserved in the heart. The body and the mind provide them for the heart, and the heart itself creates them as well. Being frequencies of human electric, the memories in the heart do not disappear in a short period, and they belong to supernatural power, mystic power. In other words, memories are electronic imprints. They are recorded automatically and kept in the memory system of the heart. In the function of descendant transmutations and in normal physical and mental states without any activity of the heart, meaning, for example, in one's sleep or in natural suspension of consciousness, or when one is awake but his heart and mind are in peace, human electric regularizes the animation of chi and blood, liquid. Thanks to these states, human electric can concentrate and animate in the heart, transmute into chi, and regularize and keep the circuit of chi stable. In its turn, chi performs its function in maintaining the stability of blood circulation. In the function of ascendant transmutation and in the void state of the heart, human electric concentrates and forms the electric body, called by Tien Tao as fetus of the cosmos. Like the unborn young in the mother's womb, where he comes into existence and develops by attracting and absorbing electric and chi in his mother's body, the electric body grows up in the small supernatural world by taking in electric and light of the cosmos. The electric body gets animated and activated by the super sense organs. Through these sense organs, the electric body knows and perceives the phenomena and sceneries in the supernatural world. The knowledge of the electric body through the supersense organs forms the superheart and the supermind, which can understand the causes of images and phenomena in the supernatural world. In his mother's belly, the five sense organs of the young unborn baby do not work properly yet. All orifices are still closed. Only his nervous system and brain are connected to his mother. As his small supernatural world and supernatural world are related with his mother, the heart and the mind of the unborn baby are first of all formed by the state of the heart and the mind of his mother, and related to her life and life's powers. The electric body, or the fetus of the cosmos, is alike. That means the cosmos is the womb nourishing the electric body. The electric body activates in the supernatural world and perceives with its supersense organs. It can observe mystic colors, hear mystic sounds, and perceive supernatural odors and their intense fragrance. It has no interaction with qi and liquid around the earth yet, and is not influenced by the temperature of the natural world. The electric body intercommunicates with the cosmos, can comprehend the divine mechanism, the divine character, and the divine cause. As such, it can understand the miracles of the divine supermind. A fakir. Footnote: a fakir trains himself by following a set of rules based on hard disciplines of moral and physical exercises in order to acquire spiritual perfection. End of footnote. A fakir, even when being placed in a tightly closed coffin and buried in the ground or kept underwater, can still keep his flesh body alive thanks to his electric body. The cosmic electric can pass through all soft and hard materials and objects underground or in the water. His electric body absorbs the cosmic electric through the vital point on top of his head or through his skin. From his vital point, the energy is conveyed to the brain, then to the other parts of the nervous system and to vessels of qi. The electric energy then transmutes into qi and blood, nourishing the qi body and the flesh body. Before the electric body can animate, in fact, the heart in the flesh body ceases to beat and the lungs stop breathing. These two organs must pause to rest, meaning the flesh body and the qi body must cease to animate. This results in the transmutation of electric into qi and blood. Thanks to this transmutation, the flesh body can keep its normal temperature. Each globule of blood stays alive by rotating by itself. All life's powers of qi and blood in the flesh body are provided by cosmic electric, therefore they are always kept stable. Human electric may decline or gather depending on one's own activities. The activities of the five sense organs disperse one's refined powers. Also, they spend human electric and send super power out of one's flesh body. Conversely, the activities of the super sense organs increase the inner powers, especially those of the sacred sense, add the energy of human electric in the brain by the light of the supermind. The dissemination and rapid decrease of electric energy are caused by sensual pleasures and unpleasant sensations. Some undesirable feelings such as sorrow, melancholy, anger, hatred, loath, worry, fear, deep resentment, arouse and incite a rapid change in the fluctuations of human electric, which impedes and, if serious, interrupts or blocks the circulation of qi and blood. This is the root cause of diseases in the 5 viscera and organs. For example, worries are one of the root causes of stomachache and disorder in the secretion of insulin. Intense fear, terror, or panic is one of the root causes of disorder or disease in kidneys and bladder. Wrath is the root cause of pains in liver and stomach. Repression causes heart diseases and irregularity of heartbeats, heart palpitation, and instant stop. Abhorrence and repression cause disorder of disease of liver, gallbladder, irregularity of heartbeats, etc. On the contrary, pleasant feelings such as joy, happiness, love, etc. have the qualities to energize and concentrate human electric, thus reinforcing the flesh body and chi body. In joys, one's feelings animate in the lungs, in happiness and love, in the heart. The human electric still relates with the 2 viscera. Humanitarian love has the most concentrating effect of human electric. Even though the love still has object, meaning towards human beings, it does not create distinctive impressions and memories for each individual. Therefore, it is considered as without object. In such case, all activities of human electric have no connection with any organ or viscous, and therefore the energy of human electric concentrates onto the brain. Whoever holds that love in their hearts, such as great people, genuine scientists, etc., who devote themselves to the well-being and evolution of mankind, their human electric exceeds that average people. The energy of human electric animates in their brain, transmits to the other parts of the nervous system, from which it regulates and keeps steady the movement of qi and blood, thus maintaining the good balance of the physical and mental conditions. The intensity of human electric is generated by thoughts, by the mind, or, in other words, by the permanent and continuous animation of the light in their brain. Their way of living animates only with human electric and light. That means there are nothing more than the activities of the heart and the mind. Even though the flesh body does exist, it seems as if not to. There is a great difference between human electric and man-made electric. The combination of magnets and metal by friction constitutes man-made electric. Its power becomes a man-made superpower with a very high speed, but it still gets reflection. Having been generated by the soil, 2 hard and visible substances create a supervisible power and an invisible power. The electrons that exist and move in the electric wires are supervisible. They contain the light that animates, but that light is invisible. Man-made electric is used in many interesting fields of material and intellectual lives of mankind, but its utilities are still wasted. Loss of magnetic qualities that could give productive advantage to fruit trees or domestic animals. Unlike man-made electric, human electric is formed by sacred substances, by ascendantly transmuted liquid and qi within the flesh body, and by descendantly transmuted light from the mind, supermind, and super-supermind. The 2 transmutations of those sacred substances produce human electric through the combination of their yang and their yin, making human electric both a sacred and miraculous power, which is conducive to the material, moral, and spiritual lives of mankind. But man does not take advantage of this precious energy to evolve in his life's activities. Instead, he even ruins it thoughtlessly. The energy of human electric concentrates in a void heart, the heart without any feeling, but reduces and lessens through the spending of refined power of the flesh body. Instead of strengthening the energy in the heart, man takes pleasures in sensual enjoyment and sexual relations of the flesh body. The more intense the sensations are, the more electric energy decreases. For that reason, longevity of man's flesh body reduces together with illnesses. Most people devote themselves to sensual pleasures, worrying about or giving special care to their flesh body without training or bringing up their heart and mind. On the contrary, great people and genuine scientists live and create for mankind the necessities, welfares, and prosperities by using mystic power and cosmic energy in their heart and mind. They have no admiration for the life of their flesh body, but in fact they conduct their life with mystic power and cosmic energy. Therefore, they excel in their spiritual life even without their notice. The creation of a spiritual life with its steady qualities can drive the moral and intellectual life of mankind to the right track of progress and sound improvements. These results prove that they put into use a great deal of human electric energy in their spiritual life.